you know that in Canada we have a very long package import season? It goes from February right up until June. And within that time frame, we have three distinct methods of utilizing packages that hopefully you can actually manage to use, and by doing so, take pressure off the prime season of April. So let's discuss a little bit about what the three different methods are. You have the standard, the traditional method of importing packages. You just import them for this year. That's the intent. So you need to get them in April, maybe early May, so that the packages can build up into full hives by the time your crop season comes around. Two other methods. One is still using in packages for this year, but it's bringing them in earlier in the year, probably into March or maybe even in February, hiving them indoors with your standard package set up with feed, pollen, some brood frames in the middle, and then putting in a frame feeder that you can fill in with liquid feed. You shake them indoors, preferably under red light, and then you stack them with your regular wintered hives, or maybe in a different room. You keep them in there until the weather shapes up, and then you move them out, just like you would your wintered hives. Typically, when customers are doing this, they're coming out with 2 to 3 frames of brood, so that's a jump start on the year and a way that you can make sure you get packages, because we almost always have packages February and March available, less so in April, and then again, end of May and June, you have again more packages. So let's jump to that second or the third method, which is the late May and June. That basically is if you know that I need packages because I want to build up my hives this year, but I also want to build up hives for next year, or I don't want to split my my production hives down because I don't know that I'm going to have enough production hives for this year if I take brood away from them to create nukes. So if you buy packages in later May and even into June, you can use those to use as your battery bank for future years, rather than depleting your own production hives this year. So out of those three methods, you basically have to select what is right for your operation, but those are three ways that you can do it, and by doing that, we can take pressure off that traditional section where everybody wants them in, second week of April into the first week of May. If we can do that, it would actually help out the entire industry. And again, this is not just us, this is from most of the importers, they will do that, but with our three breeders that we work with, three producers, the Chileans typically want to ship February and March, less so in April, certainly very much less so in May. New Zealand really likes to ship basically middle of March. They can do early March, but they will typically like to do middle of March and then through April into early May. When we get them from Northern Hemisphere like Italy, then they like to start in the second week of April, third week of April, and then they can move right in through into June. So you have those three options of packages, and it extends the time frame dramatically for what we can do. And again, with those three methods, you are able to utilize packages this year, either for this year or for next year, and save your production hives for this year. So hopefully that's helpful. If it is, please give us a call, email, text, website has a contact form. Please feel free to use any of those and get in touch with us, and we'll walk you through it if you need more information, or and take your order if you want to do that. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.